Hi, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening-related videos. It is the middle of May, guys. Already, it's the middle of May, and I'm at Lowe's checking out the newest plant inventory. All right, guys, so you might have seen an early May inventory, but this is just what has come in since then. And as you can see, I have a lot to show you. There's a lot of carts and really, really nice looking plants. All right, so first up, they've got some little lime hydrangea, $29.98, guys. This is going to be a full sun guy. And these beauties here are from the proven winners, folks. This guy here is going to grow somewhere between 3 to 5 feet tall, and it's hardy from zones 3 to 8. They're looking nice and watered and healthy. Right next to that, they have the purple Daydream loropetalum, which I have in my garden and does really, really well. It blooms in the cooler season. Usually when it gets really, really hot and humid down here, they kind of cease to bloom, but they bloom in the spring and they bloom again in the fall, and they bloom when the temperature is just a little bit cooler. For me, they don't seem to like this Georgia heat, and they are related to the witch hazel family, so they have that kind of flower. Really, really nice. It's an evergreen for me, and really, really nice, close to something that's either yellow or orange. Next up, they have the Scent Amazing Gardenia. You guys already know the story with me and Gardenia. It does not like my yard, and I've given it many tries before. Now, this beauty here smells amazing. It has the white flowers, and this is what the blooms look like. It is all budded up. $14.98 from the folks at the Southern Living Plant Collection. They've got the Summer Crush Reblooming Hydrangea from the folks at Endless Summer. These beauties here are really, really nice. They have this really nice pinky red bloom. These guys are reblooming, which means that if you take care of it and you don't cut off the buds, then you definitely will be able to get some residual blooms. They are looking really, really nice and healthy. Now, these are the ones that cannot take a lot of sun, especially Georgia sun. These beauties here, they say that they can take part sun, but I had these in part sun when I first bought them, and they burnt all the way up. I have mine in part shade, no more than 4 hours of sun, and actually morning sun if you are able. They've got a Distilleum up here called Cinnamon Girl. Cinnamon Girl is from the folks at First Editions, guys, and this is what it looks like. It's going to be $29.98. It doesn't really bloom, but it is an evergreen for me, and they look really, really nice, especially on the new foliage. Really, really nice. Now, I do have I think something Bayou I have in my yard. I bought it last year as a clearance plant. I think it's called something Bayou, but I'll put it on the screen if I remember the name of it. But they're really, really nice. They might not bloom, but their new foliage is a beauty. Every year they have the Jolt Pink Dianthus, guys. This guy grows 20 inches by 14 inches and is hardy from zone 7. This is what it looks like. It has this really nice pink blooms. It's not in bloom right now, but you can see it is all budded up. $7.98. This is the Lowe's brand. Right below that, we have the Lollipop Verbena, which is a beauty, and the butterflies go nuts for this guy. Lollipop Verbena, $7.98, guys. This is a full sun plant and does really, really, really well in my garden. I have Cloud 8, and I did have some Lollipop Verbena as well, but they kind of, they don't stay at one place, and I kind of pulled some of them out, but they're still there. Really, really nice. This is what the blooms look like. Right? Really, really nice. They have a lot of those. And then right below that, they just say it is a trailing verbena. Now, I have the Homestead Purple Verbena, and it's not saying that that's what this is, but it sure does look like it. It's a trailer right there, $7.98. Verbena is one of the plants that if you want butterflies in your garden, just as much butterflies that you'll see on a butterfly bush is what you'll see on a verbena. They love them, guys. Let me know if you have any of these in your garden. All right, they have two sets of gardenias here, one by the folks of Proven Winners and one from First Editions. Let's focus on the Proven Winners first. This one here is called Steady as She Goes. Never seen this one before in my store. $29.98, guys. This beauty here looks really, really nice. Look what the blooms look like, right? And let's see how hardy it is. Hardy from zone 7 to 10 and grows 3 to 5 feet tall, guys. Let me know if you have this beauty. Let me just give you a better look at it right here. This one is called Steady as She Goes. And then right next to that one, we have from the folks at First Editions. This one is Big Beauty. There's Big Beauty right there, right? Big Beauty is really, really nice. And again, I'm standing right here, guys, and it smells absolutely amazing, right? Right next to that one, we got some new autumn carnation. This is one of the encore azaleas that bloom spring, summer, and fall. And I have this particular one in my garden, and it does really, really well, guys. I can't lie about it. This beauty here is an evergreen. It prefers a little bit more sun than your typical azaleas, and it is hardy from zone 6A to 10. Next up, we have this beauty here, guys, which I love. This is the Eclipse Hydrangea from the folks at First Editions. Love these deep purple, almost black, really dark foliage with this really nice pink blooms. This beauty here is going to be $29.98, guys. This is a hydrangea that can't take too much sun because it will definitely bleach out the foliage. So I had mine in part sun. Now, the story with me with this one here is that I had it. It's just that I did not buy it from Lowe's. I bought it from the same nursery that I bought my spider's web fatsia and many other plants that just did not make it. And I'm not sure what the story with that nursery is, because literally everything that I bought from them except for one plant is gone. But love this so much, guys. This beauty here is hardy from zones 5 to 9. And they're saying morning sun, afternoon shade. And I agree, because if you put it in too much sun, for me, especially in Georgia, it will bleach out the color, it will burn, and you'll find it weeping and just looking rough, especially in late June, July, and August. Really, really like this guy. Look at that beautiful flower. They've got the Carolina Sapphire Cypress, which I love and I had planned to buy, but then I kind of got scared because it got so big and I just don't have the space for it. But I really like the smell of it though. This is a screening plant. This beauty here is $24.98, guys. Requires full sun and it is hardy from zones 7. Really, really like this guy. This is the Lowe's brand. Next up, we have this beauty here, which is the Amethyst Falls Wisteria. I have this in my garden. I have 2 of them, and I have them in an arbor in a container, right? And they do really, really well. It has these really nice purple blooms, and you can train it as you need it. Requires full sun, hardy from zones 5, and looks really, really nice. Has these really, really nice purple blooms. Right next to that one, we have this beauty here, which is the Queen Bee Chase Tree. I do have 2 other chase trees in my garden, and they seem to have a lot of the First Editions products coming in, which is great. No complaints there, guys. This beauty here has these really nice purple blooms, and this is a full sun plant that will grow 5 to 6 feet tall, guys. And I'll definitely show you mine when it's in bloom. Really, really nice. It can take our heat. We can't really get lilac is the one plant that I would compare this to, but lilac will get beat up a little bit in my area, which is why we seem to have a lot of the chase trees in the area. This is what it looks like. Let me know if you have this guy in your garden. It's going to be $29.98. More gardenias, guys. This particular one here is the frost proof, and again, another one that I pulled out of my garden. This one is part sun, and what a beauty, guys. Again, it is all budded up. I'm always tempted to buy it because it always looks so great in the store, and then when I take it home, it's downhill from there. Now, I do have one gardenia that's holding on, and that is the Diamond Spire. Even that looks a little bit rough, but it's definitely not in the same condition as the others. This frost proof here, you can see all the nice buds there. This is hardy from zone 7, and supposedly they're supposed to be really great in the clay. But again, I've spent so many years fighting with this plant, I finally decided to pull pretty much all of them out. This guy will grow 12 to 24 inches by 36 inches, guys. Let me know if you have this beauty in your garden. Keeping it moving, guys, we have some lilies. I love lilies simply because they are so cold hardy and they are so beautiful. They have the Asiatics and they have the Orientals. This particular one here is the Summer Scarlet Lily. It's a perennial, $15.98, guys, from the folks at Monrovia. Love lilies because they come back reliably. I mean, this is one bulb that will come back for years and years and years. This beauty here is really nice looking here in the store. It is hardy to -40, blooms in the summer, requires 6 or more hours of sun, and it grows 18 inches by 12 inches. Right next to that one, we have Nepeta. I have two types of Nepeta in my yard. First one is the Cat's Meow, $13.48 from the folks at Proven Winners. Really love this guy. Mine comes back every single year like clockwork, and the bees are already on them, guys. Really nice, very reliable, great for the bees, and just look absolutely amazing. So that was the Cat's Meow. And then we also have the Cat's Pajamas, which I also have in my garden, and both of them are just doing absolutely amazing. Love them because when I brush against them, they smell like spearmint. I just love plants that the bees love as well. Next up, we have the Blue Scent Lavender. This is probably from the Lowe's brand because it's a black pot. This is going to be $19.98, guys. Again, another plant that doesn't do great in my garden. I have one that's holding on for dear life, but I can't deny the fact that this is a really nice looking plant. I love that it's purple. It goes great with something that's red or orange or yellow, and it looks really great. What I know about them is that they don't like to stay wet. You want to mound them up, and hopefully they'll just do great, but for whatever reason they just don't take too kindly to my garden. Now this Blue Scent Lavender is an upright perennial that blooms in the summer. It is hardy to -20, which means nothing below zone 5, and it will grow 12 to 14 inches tall. Let me know if you have these beauties in your garden and how they do. Next up, we've got some White Mountain Shasta Daisy. I have these in my garden, and they are one of the vigorous growing Shasta Daisies. They do absolutely amazing. They come back reliably every year, and I've divided them so many times that I have no business buying any more Shasta Daisies, if you ask me. But what a beauty are these guys. They already came back. They already started to bloom in my garden. $7.98, guys. They are not hardy below zone 5, and they just grow really nice. Let me know if you have these beauties in your garden. Right above that, we've got the Arizona Red Shades Blanket Flower. This is what it looks like. Again, it's in the Lowe's pot, so it's going to be $7.98. I have the Arizona Sun, which is more of a orangey red. This one looks like it's going to be more of a red, right? This beauty here is hardy from zones 3, and it grows 10 to 12 inches tall, guys. Really nice. I love me some blanket flowers. They are not the longest living perennial, but they do reseed. And they do come back for me for the last 3 years, but I already know that sooner or later I'm going to have to replace them because they just don't live that long. Next up, they've got some Noble Night Salvia, guys. This is really nice. It's a nice bluey purple. It's going to be $7.98, and like all salvia, pretty much, it likes full sun. This beauty here is a mountain perennial. It is hardy from zones 3. Really like that color. Will go really nice with something yellow, red, orange, or white. And of course, it's a salvia, so the pollinators absolutely adore it. They've got the Limelight Panicle Hydrangea on standard, guys. This is what it looks like. It's in a 3.58 gallon, right? This is what they look like. They have a couple of them here for $79.98, guys. That is the price. They've done the work for you, really. They've put it on in tree form, which means it's on standard, and it is budded up already, looking really nice. So let me know if you have the Limelight Hydrangea and if you actually have it on standard. I can imagine that this will definitely get damaged in my yard. When we get these massive summer storms here in Georgia, this will get all the way beat up, guys. But I can't deny the fact that this is a beauty. They brought in even more of the original reblooming hydrangea from the folks at Endless Summer. These are going to be $16.98. They always put these on clearance, and not the bad clearance either. Because for whatever reason, this Lowe's gets a lot of the Endless Summer stuff. And the more they come, the more they put the ones that previously came on clearance. So I remember in the last 2 to 3 years, I got some really nice looking reblooming hydrangeas from this Lowe's, the original, the Summer Crush, the Bloomstruck, and they're all doing amazing. These beauties here will come out nice and blue in my garden, and I love it that way, guys. This guy here, I think it's hardy from zones 3 to 9. Let's double check. 4 to 9 actually, and they will grow 3 to 5 feet tall. Really, really love the reblooming original. I love the Bloomstruck, and I also love the Summer Crush. They've got the Pugster white butterfly bush. Now I have the Pugster pinker, I have the Pugster periwinkle, and I have the Pugster blue, and they all do absolutely amazing in my garden. This is what the white looks like. This is going to be a whole $26.98, guys. It's in a 2-gallon, and just like most butterfly bushes, it does not like wet feet. It requires full sun. The more sun you can give it, the better. This guy is going to grow 2 to 3 feet tall. Really, really enjoy butterfly bushes, and especially the ones that are really nice, deep pink. But again, this white is looking amazing as well. They've got some canna lilies here on sale in preparation for Memorial Day, and these are usually $16.98, but they're now $7. This particular one here is the Summer Spritz Orange Zest Canna. Really, really nice looking plant. I love cannas, and I remember when I first started gardening, I went nuts with these cannas, guys. I went nuts, not realizing that they grow vigorously underground, and then after a while, it was a whole bunch of cannas showing up everywhere, guys, but I just still love them. So what I do now is just maintain them in the container, right? I never have to buy cannas again because I have so many. So what I do every year when I make my containers, I go in the yard and I dig them up and I put them in the containers to make my summer containers. Really, really nice, guys. Now they do suffer a little bit from the leaf roller, and it happens to me every single year, no matter what I do, and I try not to spray anything in my yard anyway, so it's just going to have to be a thing when it comes to this canna, guys. Really, really nice. Let me know if you have this particular one here, the Summer Sprints Orange Zest Canna. All right, guys, so they have the graceful pink Gora, $6.48, guys. This is what it looks like. Right now, you guys know the story with me and Gora. Mine did not come back this year. They're not known to live very long. I've had mine for 4 years, and I guess that's the time when they start acting up. But I'm gonna pick up 2 more. I had the pink Beliza, and they're all gone for now. And they do have some white ones here. This one is the Graceful White. They literally only have 2 of them. Graceful White. This is what it looks like. And there are no blooms on the pink one yet, but I'm going to give the white one a go. Even though I already gave the white ones a go, but a different brand, I'm going to see how these are going to do in my garden. I absolutely adore Gora because they just look so amazing in the wind, and they love the full sun, but for whatever reason, they don't live that long. Here's a deal in preparation for Memorial Day, guys. This one is going to be the Bug Buster Planter, Citronella, or lemongrass. Used to be $16.98, now $12.98. Now, I don't have any lemongrass at all in my garden. This is what the lemongrass looks like. I don't see the citronella yet, but this is what it looks like. Again, it says it helps repel mosquitoes. Let me know if that actually works for you, because I've been buying citronella forever, and it has not impacted the difference when it comes to mosquitoes. They've got another type of Dicillium here. This particular one here is the Vintage Jade. This beauty here is a full sun plant, hardy to zone 7, grows 3 to 4 feet tall, guys. Has a heat zone rating of 9. Also new in mid-May, we have the Dear Dolores Hydrangea, guys. This is going to be a part shade to shade that grows 5 feet by 5 feet wide. Now, this beauty here, I don't have it in my yard, but it is a hydrangea that can't take too much of the Georgia heat. So I definitely want to put this in part shade to shade. The foliage looks really, really great, and you can see a bloom, a new bloom coming out right here. Really, really nice. I have a lot of the ones that can't take a lot of sun, and even if you try to put them in too much sun, you're going to have to water them. There's a fine line between too much sun and too much shade, but you also have to be aware of the heat and the humidity. Next up, we have Camelot White Foxgloves, guys. I have the Camelot Pink that came back for me. It's going to be its third year. They do reseed. They are not the longest living. Now, you might hear them referred to mostly as biennial, but a lot of these markers are calling them perennials. So I guess it depends on where you are or the type or the variety that you have. This beauty here is looking really, really nice. The bees love it, and the foliage is looking really, really great. These are going to be $17.48. I know I showed you these early in the month, but I think it definitely bears repeating because it's such a beautiful plant. It's such a great plant to brighten up your shade area. This is the Florida Sunshine Elysium, which I have in my garden and does amazing in the shade. It will get burnt up if it gets any more, for me personally, if it gets any more than 4 hours of sun and if it's not being kept moist. This beauty here will lighten and brighten up your shade garden, guys. It's a shrub, and it will definitely do well if you have an area that's in complete shade. This beauty here is going to be $24.98, grows 5 feet by 3 feet wide, and hardy from zones 7 to 9. Really, really a beauty. And especially in the winter, when a lot of plants have lost their foliage, this guy is even more yellow. Really, really nice sight to see. The folks at First Editions are not playing around this month, guys. Here's another hydrangea from them. This particular one here is the Spring Zizzle. The Spring Zizzle Panicle Hydrangea is a beauty. I do not have this in my yard. Let me know if you do. This guy here is going to be $29.98. And let's see how tall it grows. It grows 4 to 6 feet tall by 4 to 5 feet wide. And it is hardy from zones 3 to 8. Now, the fact that it's saying 3 to 8 and I'm in zone 8, it will get a little bit stressed out in our heat and our humidity come June, July, and August. So I think part sun will be great for this guy too. Let me know if you have this guy and how it does. I really, really like these panicle hydrangeas, and I really, really like this really nice red. Another plant that you might have seen before, but I think I want to point it out again because, again, another plant for the pollinators, another plant that does really, really well in my yard. Now, this is the Rose Creek Abelia, stays evergreen for me, a full sun plant, $21.98. A lot of these abelias, for whatever reason, abelia is not considered an expensive shrub. Usually when I see my abelias in my stores, it's usually $21 or $19 or even $16 versus some other shrubs, and you know who they are, it's usually $28, $29, $35. But this guy here does really, really well in my yard. The bees love it. The butterflies love it. It's an evergreen and it looks really, really nice. This is the white chiffon Rose of Sharon. Now I have the pink chiffon, and I have the blue chiffon, and I think I have sugar tip. Yeah, those are the three that I have, that I had bought online a couple of years ago when I was having plant withdrawal. They don't do amazingly well, but they do okay, right? This is what it looks like. Right, this is from the folks at Proven Winners, $29.98, guys. This beauty here does not like wet feet compared to the hardy hibiscus that likes wet feet. This guy does not, and it grows 8 to 12 feet tall by 6 to 10 feet wide, hardy from zones 5 to 9. Another hydrangea from the folks at First Editions. This one is going to be Little Hottie, guys. $29.98 for a Little Hottie. It's going to be a white blooming hydrangea. This beauty here looks absolutely amazing, right? There's no blooms on it right now. It says it's part sun, full sun to part sun, and it is hardy from zones 3, and the heat zone is 8. They've got the Violet Mist Chaste Tree. This is what it looks like, guys. Again, with the purple. And again, a really nice plant. If lilacs don't do well for you, chaste might do well for you. The bees love it. The butterflies love it. And they have a really nice scent, guys. This beauty here is hardy from zones 5 to 9, grows 3 to 4 feet. So it's not as tall as a lot of the big chaste trees that are around. And this guy here looks really, really nice, guys. They've got the Star Jasmine here. This is a summer bloomer for $21.98. Smells really, really nice. This guy is hardy from zones 9. Here's where they have the Camelot Rose. I said I had the Camelot Pink, but it's really Camelot Rose. This is what they look like. And you can see the bees are really, really enjoy it. Again, this is going to be $17.48. A lot of annuals have arrived, guys. First up, we've got some of these guys here, which is the Vinca in a hanging basket. These are going to be $12.98. They've got some begonias in a 12 pack, right, for $13.98. Begonias need to be in the shade for me or else they're going to struggle. And then they have the Portulaca for $13.98. These are really great for hanging baskets. These are also a 12 pack. Really great for hanging baskets, really great for containers. They also have the begonias in hanging baskets. That's going to be $12.98. What's this beauty here? I should know the name of it. I see it all the time, but for whatever reason, this one is the, okay, Mesodorianthus. Oh, I wonder what the normal name for this is. Mesodorianthus. Really, really nice looking and is in a hanging basket. Really, really pretty. Oh, I wonder what, it just says see? Mesodorianthus right there. $16.98. It's a trailer that requires full sun. All right, now this is definitely not an annual, but this is a rose. You guys know I love roses. This is the True Love rose. This beauty here, let's see, True Love, all the beauty, none of the hassle. This beauty here is going to be $24.98, guys, and this is what they're looking like. Really, really pretty. And then I'm back to more annuals. What do they have here? They've got the Sun Patience. This beauty here, oh, the Sun Standing Apollo Ruby Red Impatience. That's what it is right there. $6.98. This is what they look like. Right. This is the time you're going to start seeing these guys because they like the heat, and this is when they're going to start showing up. Now they have them in a ready fill, and they also have this guy here also in a ready fill. This is going to be a Petunia, Alyssum, and Verbena. That's going to be $17.98. And then right next to that, guys, they have this beauty here, which is the Serena Purple Angelonia. I always see it, I never buy it, guys, but it is a really nice looking annual. Of course, no shortage of marigolds, $13.98 for a 12 pack. And then they have Impatience. The official Impatience will require actual shade. This is what they look like, $1.98 in the Lowe's pot. And then we're on to more roses again. This is the Duet Rose, which means you're going to have two roses in one. This beauty here is the White Iceberg and the Burgundy Iceberg. This is what the pot looks like. $26.98, guys. Now, are they all White Iceberg and Burgundy Iceberg? Let's see. Yes. This is what they look like, and really, really, really nice looking color here on the picture, and hopefully it is that same color when you bring it home. Now, what do they have here? This is the Duar Nurseries Rose. This one is going to be the same one right there. The heat is on, guys, so you're really going to start seeing Dipladenia, and you're going to be seeing Hibiscus and Mandevilla. These particular ones here are Dipladenia here for $19.98. You might have seen them in the early May, but I definitely want to point them out because you're going to be seeing way more of these. And of course, we have the multicolor tricolumn hibiscus that blooms all the way down before it gets killed off by the frost. This is going to be a whole $39.98. Three different colors of the tropical hibiscus. This will not come back if you allow it to stay outside and get beat up by the winter. And then they have the smaller versions of the hibiscus here for $10.98. It just says red hibiscus, no particular brand. It's in a black pot. And then here are a lot of the mandevillas. They have them in a hanging basket. See? Have them in a hanging basket, in a nice white hanging basket for $34.98. Love these because they climb. They're really great for your mailbox or your arbor. They've got three huge containers here with elephant ears in the middle and either a Dipladenia and a Vinca in there, guys. Look at how they look in a blue pot. I wonder what this is going to cost. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a whole $159.98, guys, because they've pretty much done the work for you. You've got the elephant ears in there, you got the soil, you got this huge pot, and it looks really, really nice. But like I say all the time, I make my own pot. It's just more fun. It's more, you know, you just feel good about yourself when you're done, and you definitely end up saving some money if you ask me. But they are really, really nice. If you're still looking for trees, Lowe's has trees, guys. They have a lot of Japanese maples, right? So they have the red Japanese maple right here. It doesn't say it in like a fancy name or anything, for $48.98. And then what else do they have? Red Japanese maple in a different size. This one might be the Crimson Queen. Let's see. Yes, Crimson Queen Japanese maple here for $155. They have a couple of the Crimson Queen. Is this blood good? Let's double check. No, it just says Japanese maple, no official name. Don't want to speculate what it is, but this is blood good right here. They have blood good in a smaller pot for $59 and, well, pretty much $59 for the blood good. They say part sun. You guys know I have 3 Japanese maples that were gifted to me for Valentine's Day a couple of years ago. I keep them in a container. They do really, really great. Tree-wise, still, they have a lot of these guys here. The black diamond crepe myrtles, right? This is what they look like. And crepe myrtles love a lot of sun. So as soon as it gets really, really hot, that's when the crepe myrtles are going to take off, guys. Now we have the Natchez crepe myrtle here. This one is going to be a white blooming one, Natchez crepe myrtle. And how much is this? $30.98. So that one's not that expensive. And then they have blueberries here. They still have blueberries, and the blueberries are actually blooming too. I mean, not blooming, they're actually fruiting. The powder blueberry, this is going to be $34.98. And even more of the crepe myrtles. Now, this one here is the Twilight Magic from the folks at First Editions. First Editions is coming in strong this month, guys. Hardy to Zone 7, and this is what it looks like, and a whole bunch of them back there as well. So if you're looking for Japanese maple especially, Lowe's always seems to have a lot of them if you ask me. Let's see what else they have. All right, let's keep it moving here. They got one random fruit tree here that was here probably since February. And then we have this guy here. This is a little gem magnolia, guys. Part sun plant. Let me get the tag properly for you. Little gem magnolia. This is what it looks like. Now, they're calling it little gem, but it still gets big. It's little compared to the original one. And this one is going to be $142, guys, in this huge pot. Can I tell how much gallons it is? Looks like it's at least 25 gallon. I'm not sure. But yeah, they have the little gem magnolia. They've got live oak. If you're looking for live oak, 6 hours of sun, and that's the pot that they're in. Right next to that, they have forsythia. More forsythia that only blooms in the spring, but these were here as sticks back in February. If you go back to my February video, you'll see these guys, and they were actually just sticks, and then they bloomed because they have to bloom first on the sticks, and then they put out their foliage, right? So that's going to be $21.98 for the forsythia. And then they still have a lot of the flowering trees. For example, the Causa dogwood, that's going to be $42. That's still here. What else do they have? Are they all going to be Causa dogwood? No, this one is a pink. So they have the white Causa and the pink Causa. And then they have one random bonfire patio peach, which I've had for years and does absolutely amazing every time for me. That's going to be $42.98. And then they have the Yoshino flowering cherry right here, which does okay in my garden. You know, it blooms so short, guys. Like by the time you blink, that thing is done blooming. But I love it anyway. That's pretty much it for me today, guys. Let me know what you think, and let me know how things are going in your Lowe's. I try to go to Lowe's at least once or twice a week so I can get the best plants and hopefully the best deals. Now is the perfect time to go to your Lowe's because a lot of plants are coming in, and the more plants come in, the more plants actually end up on clearance as well. So that might be a thing if you're looking for clearance plants. Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember, hit the notification bell so when I put out a new video, you'll be one of the first people to know. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.